months ago, I made a video titled Dating in DC, talking about how there are more women than men at the club, and that gives them this disproportionate advantage where they now kind of act and behave as if they're the prize. And a lot of people either agreed or said that I was male-centered, and I basically was like, okay, I will never talk about this on the internet again. And then I was scrolling on Posh and I came across this. So apparently this weekend there was this event called Women Love Beards. Essentially what it is, and I will read you the description from the organizers. Basically, they say in order to maintain gender balance experience, the men get in for free and the women pay $35 for entry. So this is the men's page, and then I'll show you the women's page. There's a whole separate page for women to pay to be in the company of men. Guys, I fear we've lost the plot. I mean, I get it. This is how they're solving for it. But when I said that there's a gender imbalance and it's making men act like they're the prize, this is what we get. Anyways, I refrain from having any comments on this, but all I will say is if I ever went to an event and then they made me the face of some shit like this, I'm suing. Your mama's getting sued. Your daddy's getting sued. Everyone's getting sued. Oh my goodness. And this would be so cringy, like as a woman to be like, hey, I paid my $35 to come see some men.
Guys, women really do hate it when evidence of the fact that men are the prize is shown right in their face, especially for women who will never admit the truth, which is men are the prize. Now, she knows she shouldn't be that shocked to hear this. Women paid to go to male strip clubs and pay men. Women paid to go to Chris Brown concerts and spend $1,100 just to do a meet and greet with him. So some women are willing to pay money to see men with beards.
Finally attended my first Must Love Beards event. Those are my girls I went with, Romy and Steph. I had to mute this because I was rambling. Just know we looked cute, but we were very upset that it was still raining in New York when we got there. The event took place at HK Hall. This was my first time there. It was a pretty big venue, had more than enough space for everybody to get around, so that wasn't an issue. The music was good. They had upstairs, downstairs. It was big, y'all. I asked for a shot, and she gave us 2 full glasses of tequila. That's what it felt like. Did that look like a shot to y'all? No, right? That's what I thought. Now, there were plenty of men here, but the amount of beards was very questionable. There were probably a good 3 good beards that I saw. About a good 3. And for those I missed, I'm sorry. Maybe next time I'll see y'all. This is the song that they play when the party is basically over. And that's a wrap, folks. We had fun. Until next time.
Okay, guys, hi. I'm here for a little review for the Must Love Beards party hosted and curated by a Black-owned company called I Don't Do Clubs. You can follow them on Instagram. I've been following them for a long time, okay? And I like their content. I like what they be posting and like having all these little different events. When I found out that they was coming to Chicago for this party, it's like they've been traveling to different cities for this party. They finally was coming to Chicago and I was like, ooh, yeah, let me I'll talk about Amy. Yes. But anyway, I go, right? Anyways, I go to the party, me and my friend, and it just wasn't what I expected, unfortunately. So the rating that I'm gonna give it right now is probably like a 4 out of 10. Yeah, it was that bad, unfortunately. I'm not gonna say that the party in general is like that. I do think that it's probably better in other cities, but when it came to Chicago, it was not that. It wasn't given. And my reasons why is because the women to men ratio was crazy, like 8 to 1. It was so many women in there. So many women. The men didn't even have to pay. This is what pisses me off. The men didn't even have to pay. Yet, the men didn't show up. Where's the men? That's the first thing. Second thing is, the DJ, so they had a major DJ that's from Chicago playing. He's a great DJ. I love him, actually. He raised us, as my friend said. He raised us. He did. But he played too much slow music. Like, he was, like, playing some trap shit and, like, whatever, just, like, a little mixture of stuff in the beginning. But I ain't gonna say the beginning because I got there around, like, 7 o'clock. But he played too much slow music, which it already is too many women, for one. And while we want to hear that, it needs to be appealing to everybody, like including the guys, because that slow shit, nobody want to hear that for too long. So I feel like that could have been better. The other thing is little to no beards. Okay, I'm talking about little talk on me right there, little talk on me right there, maybe a little chili bean over there. It wasn't giving beards. But there were some handsome guys there. The few that were there were some handsome guys. But just, I don't know, it just wasn't giving And I know that they use must love beards as like a promotion to bring the women in, and the women did their part, but the guys weren't there. They weren't there. I don't understand.
Exactly.
Like,
Us as men don't care if it's free or not. We just don't want to go to no nightclub and being in that environment thinking we're going to meet a good woman. And we all know that this is just a ploy by nightclubs to get men back in clubs. But no, real men still are just not interested in being in a nightclub environment. But I must admit, fellas, these women love some freaking beards now. Like, for the last decade, it seems like men with beards have been winning.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but you need to grow out that beard. So I can't speak for the younger women of the generation, but I'm 40 years old, and my man has to have a beard. It's just sexy. Women love beards. Why do we love beards? Well, it just makes you more masculine. It gives off that beastly look. It's just sexy. Oh, and make sure you have a little bit of gray running through your beard, cause that's just fine. I've literally seen men that I was not attracted to. I see them a year later, they got a beard, and I'm like, ooh, he looking kind of good. That's just the best explanation I can give. They are freaking hot. So grow out your beard.
Yeah, I can't be the only woman that love beards. I love beards. When I see a man with a beard, I just be like, Especially like when it's kind of cut low, it's well groomed, it's filled in real nice, go up into the hairline. Not that motherfucking goatee, not the little beard, not this little shit right here. I want the whole face full in. A man with one of them well-groomed beards, like, that shit it's nothing sexier than a man with a beard. It to me, it just gives dominant, like, alpha male. And it's nothing sexier than a man with that motherfucking beard. And you just want to look at his beard and rub on his beard all day because he gives grown-ass man.
Okay, guys, keep the beard if your face is round. I know the goatee thing is trending and all of this stuff, and I'm seeing a lot of guys cut it off, and they're going from Zaddy to Jake from Tech Support. They're going from Big Zaddy to I stay in my grandmother's basement and play with my lightsaber all day, and I don't have a job. Let's not do that, okay? The goatee is going to be for a more chiseled face. You know what I'm saying? So if you got a more chiseled face and you want to try the goatee, have at it. You know what I'm saying? But, even you guys with the receding jawlines, don't get the goatee. Nah, yeah. If your jaw doing something, don't get the goatee. But if you got like a little strong jaw, you know what I'm saying? You a little chisel, get the goatee. It's going to give 90s fine. It's really cute. Everything ain't for everybody. Just like us women, we always pay attention to certain things. We be like, certain hairstyles, will round your face out, make your face look long, make your face look wide. We know to stay away from certain hairstyles because everything doesn't fit us.
If you were blessed with a beard, never get rid of it. I'm so serious. We don't like when y'all do that. It doesn't have to be the biggest beard in the world, but a beard is a beard. Don't get rid of it if you were blessed with it. Think about it like this. Just because you look good doesn't mean that you can just get rid of your beard. That's there for a reason. That's like the icing on the cake. How would you feel if pretty girls that just happen to have a nice booty, it ain't the biggest, might not be the biggest, but it's back there. I got one of those. So how would you feel if somebody like me said, you know what? I have a nice face. People think I'm attractive. Let me just get rid of my butt. I don't need it. I already have the face. I don't need the butt anymore. And I just got rid of it. Like, it's not the biggest, but it's a really nice butt. And I just got rid of it. You would look at me sideways. Like, why would you do that? God bless you with this nice little round booty that just sits there. Why the heck would you get rid of that just because you think you cute? No. Y'all wouldn't like that. Y'all be like Franklin Saint when he was crashing out there the last season. That's how we feel when y'all get rid of y'all beards for no freaking reason. You be like, why would he do that? Cause that's the icing on the cake. Like, yeah, you look good, but it's like that's the icing on the cake.
She's not lying, guys. I remember I cut my beard when I was with my ex years ago. She literally was upset with me for the whole month until it grew back. Like, she was really upset over my freaking, and I was like, do you love me or the beard? And she was just like, both. So I guess beards is now the new wave now. I don't know.
I don't know if y'all saw that girl on here who said that she had deleted her dating profile a while ago, but she decided she was gonna go ahead and get back on the dating profile. So she went ahead and matched with this guy. They had been talking for a little while, and then after they've been talking for a little while, she kind of like invited him to her house. And after she invited him to her house, you know, they got jiggy with it or whatever. Like, she gave it up or whatever. So after that, the guy tells her that he bought her flowers. He was like, I didn't want you to think that it was a little weird that I bought you flowers. So I didn't bring them in, but I'm gonna go ahead and go get the flowers from my car. He was like, I'll be right back. And she said that was 4 hours ago. Ma'am, if that would have been my best friend calling or one of my friends calling me with that news, we would have had to ride. We would have had to ride up on that, sir. On that guy. She said that he deleted her off of the Tinder app. He did her message, blocked her, and everything. Who raised y'all?
Now, I think we all have done some ghosting back in the day, but I have never done a ghosting where I leave the woman as soon as we're done having sex. He's cold.
What? I can't believe it. Ladies, what is the lesson here? What is your lesson here, okay? Don't be a copy day, bitch.
To all the women that want a husband, this is exactly how you do it.
Ladies, I may be mid, but here are 10 reasons why my husband bought me this Porsche. I don't argue. I speak calmly and leave space for him to rise. I assume his intentions are good, which makes him want to prove me right. I let him lead, then praise what worked. Example, I love the way you handled that. I treasure myself. He mirrors how I treat me. I protect my peace earnestly. No chaos, no reaction spirals. I don't ask, what are we? I ask myself, am I aligned? And act accordingly. I say, that makes me feel taken care of anytime he shows up. I rest visibly so he knows what he's protecting. I stay soft even when I'm right. He's not looking for a rival. He's looking for calm energy that he can trust. I'm poised, sincere, and warm in every room we walk into. This makes him want to keep me on his arm. Follow for more love truths that actually work.
I don't really have to add anything to there. All I have to say is a lot of women think you just have to look the part. It's not about looking the part because beauty fades at the end of the day. It's about being genuine, feminine, soft, and submissive. Yeah, I know a couple arguments going to be is, oh, she's a white woman, or yeah, I'm not doing none of that, or he's probably still cheating on her. It's crazy to me how she just gave you the blueprint to make a man happy and most likely make the man marry you and do everything he can in his power to get you exactly what you need and want, and you'll find a way to bash this woman. It's crazy to me how a lot of women out there have the independent mindset. That's okay. At the end of the day, I'm going to ask you one simple question. And you want to get married. Pack it up.
Shahrazad Ali stated that the reason why black men are perceived the way they're perceived or treated the way they're treated is because black women are the only race of women who literally will sit and talk about black men. You don't hear the Chinese women talking about Chinese men and the shit they do wrong. You don't hear Hispanic women talking about Hispanic men. You don't hear Arab women talking about Arab men. And you definitely really ever see white women talking about white men. All these other races of women will literally do anything they can to protect their race of men, except for black women. And I just don't fucking understand why. Black women grew up hating their black fathers, and that's the fucking reason why they hate black men. I feel bad for you black women who are raising black sons. Shit, even black daughters, because y'all teaching them the wrong shit. Black women are our own enemy.
Dang, now she hit some things on the head in that one. And all of that hate stems from the lack of the black father. It's an interesting discussion.
Women pay for dates, they just don't like y'all. I don't think y'all recognize how accurate this statement is. When a woman likes you, she opens up that purse. She don't mind spending money on a man she's interested in at all. If you do so much as talk about the things you like, she gonna go out and get it. With some women, if you say you even like a video game, she gonna get the whole bundle. And I'm gonna tell you like this, when a woman says, I'm paying for the date, you ain't gotta worry about nothing, get what you want, she want them boxer briefs rolled down later on. I can almost guarantee she is trying to smash. Because women that don't like you, gonna make sure you front everything. She ain't even so much as offering to pay the tip. Look, you see how much money they spend on brunch or whenever they out with their friends? They spend cash like they just got some mo in today. But when it come to you, she ain't trying to throw a dollar out. Boy, get rid of her. I keep trying to tell the men, find a woman that actually likes you as a person. Stop trying to impress these women and put yourself on an auction block just to be made a fool of. You know good and well most women don't fool with you, and you know the only reason some of them is fooling with you is because you're throwing out that cash. By like date 3 or 4, she ain't offering to pay for nothing. Go ahead and move on, bro. That means, number 1, she ain't trying to impress you. And 2, she's not even thinking of an experience that she wants to share with you. You got everything you need to know right there. Go ahead and pack it up.
Fellas, the fact of the matter is, we save money being single. Women save money being in a relationship. So what that says to me is, if we don't find somebody equally yoked, bringing value to the table, just as we bring value, filling our cup just as we fill their cup, we're only being sponsors. If you plan on being a sponsor for a woman, you're basically gonna be used up and then left for somebody else to be their sponsor, because they're not valuing who you are, they're valuing what you provide. So always make sure somebody's providing the same amount, if not more energy into you than you do to them. And that way we don't feel stranded or played at the end of the day. You feel me? That $30 lunch could have been $10 if we were alone. So if we spending $30 on lunch for 2 chicken bowls and an extra drink, you know what I mean? Make sure you got somebody who's at the house taking care of you at the end of the day. Making sure that she giving you that foot rub, that shoulder massage, whatever it is that you need that tension relief on, make sure they meeting you. It don't have to be financially, you know what I mean? Even though women can make as much or more than a man these days, we don't even ask for y'all money. We just ask for the things that's free. To please a man is free. To please a woman is a fee. Stay chosen.
That's right. I love seeing more and more men become very aware of the monetary value they can bring to a lot of women's lives. Even when a lot of women make more money than men, they still want that man to pay for everything. So just like he said, if that's the case, make sure you still got a woman who will at least bring value into your life, things that, money can't necessarily buy, like peace and making your house a home and etc.
Shawty be talking about you shouldn't date me if you can't afford me. I thought I could. When I met you, when I was looking at your gram, you just weren't sheeing, right? Now you tell me put Lulu on your butt. You don't own no Lulu. How was I supposed to know that was a part of the affordability? You losing me right now. Hold on. I was following you for some time now, right? All you did was post Chick-fil-A and Chipotle. When did you start having cravings for Del Frisco's and Roof Chris? I never saw that on your story before, so I'm a little confused. I wasn't sure that was part of the budget. That's not what I went into this with. I didn't know. Your hair, it was rarely done when I first started talking to you, when I first seen you. You know, I like that about you. I thought you was just more like a natural girly and stuff like that. Now you telling me I gotta send you funds for that hair appointment. For bundles. I didn't even know you like bundles. I never saw that on you. When I met you, your hands was bare. Now you tell me send you 80 for the nails. I'm confused. Yeah, I feel like your lifestyle changed, right? I didn't know that's what I had to afford. You said you're losing me.
A bitch really got on here and said, I can tell how serious to take a nigga based upon where we go for our first date. So everybody in the comments is like, well, all right, super bitch, where do you have to go on a first date for you to take a man serious? This bitch says an expensive restaurant, somewhere where he sets the tone for the rest of our lives together. You bitches are not Disney princesses, gang. Most of you are whores. And it's not like a bitch don't deserve to go to an expensive restaurant. My thing is, bitch, a date is what? A date is for us to be understanding whether or not we're going to be spending our lives together and developing a legacy, which is children and marriage. So what part of that says you got to eat a $500 steak to figure out if you're going to be a fucking wife or not? You bimbo head bitch. What the fuck do you hoes be talking about other than nothing? I got it. Nothing. Because who the fuck? You don't make sense, bitch. When you are the best part about being 30, gang, you just old enough to peep through the bullshit. You're a seasoned veteran at this point. But you just young enough to entertain it. See, when you 40, you don't even entertain little hoes like this. I'm young enough to be like, no, bitch, you're dumb.
These men be out here going off on these women, making their videos now. You know, they cussing about, calling them out their name, and the game done changed. But that's all I got in this video. You guys drop a comment down below and let me know what you think about the Must Love Beards event, with women having to pay $35 to get in and the men are getting in for free. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.